Next, we are discussing the properties of multiplication. Okay, we discussed already the properties of addition and subtractions. As like we want to discuss the properties of multiplication. Then you know what is the first property? The first property is closure property. First property is closure property. Okay. Then for that, as like the previous, we choose the two integers. I choosing here -3 and -8. Then -3 is an integer, -8 is an integer. When we multiplying -3 and -8, what is the answer? We multiply the two negative integers, so answer is positive. Then 3 into 8 is equal to 24. So the answer is 24. The 24 is also an integer. Correct? Then next example, 6 into -5. 6 is an integer, -5 is an integer. Then what is the product? The product is we multiplying one positive and one negative, so answer is negative. Then 6 into 5 is equal to 30. The answer is -30. Correct? So we take the two integers 6 and -5. So the answer is also an integer. That means what we conclude here. If we take the two numbers in the same category and we do the operation multiplication and we got the result is also in the same category. So what we conclude? The integers are closed under multiplication. Integers are closed under multiplication. Correct? We take the two integers and we multiply, the result is also an integer. So multiplication satisfies the closure property. Integers are closed under multiplication. So we conclude that is integers are closed under multiplication. How to we generalize this idea? Then we write in generally A and B are any two integers, then A into B is also an integer. Correct? A and B are any two integers, then A into B is also an integer. So we conclude what we conclude. Multiplication satisfies the closure property. Means integers are closed under multiplication. Okay. Next we are discussing the second property, commutative property. Okay. As like the addition, we checking the commutative property. We checked already the commutative property in the case of addition and subtraction. So we concluded addition satisfies the commutative property but not subtraction. Correct? Then here we checking the commutative property in case of multiplication. Then we choose the numbers -7 into -6. Okay, we multiply the two numbers -7 into -6. Then we know that we multiply the two negative integers, so the answer is positive. Then what is -7 into -6? -7 into -6, the answer is positive. 7 into 6, then answer is 42. 7 into 6 is equal to 42. Correct? Then next we change the order. We changing the order -6 into -7. What is -6 into -7? We again, the product is the case of two negative numbers, so answer is positive. Correct? We multiplying the two negative integers, so answer is positive. What is 6 into 7? Then again 42. Correct? That means -7 into -6 is equal for -6 into -7. Correct? So if we take one more example, 8 into -9. 8 into -9. Then what is 8 into -9? The answer is negative because one is positive, one is negative. So answer is negative. Then 8 into 9 is 72. Then answer is -72. Then we change the order. -9 into 8. -9 into 8. What is -9 into 8? That's also minus 72. Then what we conclude? We conclude, so multiplication satisfy commutative property. Multiplication is commutative, correct? That is, multiplication is commutative for integers. Integers. Is multiplication is commutative for integers. How do we generalize the idea? A and B are any two integers, then A into B is equal to B into A, correct? A into B is equal to B into A. So, it's possible to multiply the two integers at any order. If you multiply any order, we get the same answer. That property is called commutative property. അല്ലേ, നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് അഡീഷനിൽ എന്താണ്, നമ്മൾ ഏത് ഓർഡറിൽ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ചെയ്താലും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏത് ഓർഡറിൽ ഓപ്പറേഷൻ ചെയ്താലും ഒരേ ആൻസർ കിട്ടുന്ന പ്രോപ്പർട്ടിയാണ് എന്ത് വിളിക്കുന്നത്, കമ്മ്യൂട്ടേറ്റീവ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ട് എന്താണ്, ഏത് ഓർഡറിൽ നമ്മൾ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ചെയ്താലും നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ആൻസർ എന്തായിരിക്കും, സെയിം ആയിരിക്കും അല്ലേ. ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ നമ്പറിന്റെ ഓർഡർ മാറ്റി മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താലും നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ആൻസർ എന്താണ്, എല്ലാ സമയത്തും ഒരേ ആൻസർ ആണ്. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് മൾട്ടിപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഈസ് കമ്മ്യൂട്ടേറ്റീവ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് വി ഡിസ്കസിംഗ് the associative property in the case of multiplication. Okay, then we know what is the difference of associative property and commutative property. We already discussed that once. The associative property we discuss in the case of more than two numbers. The commutative property we discuss in the base of two numbers, correct? Then here the associative property we discuss, for saying the associative property we choose the numbers minus 2, minus 4 and 3. Then first I pair the numbers minus 4 and 3. That means I am multiplying first the numbers minus 4 and 3 and then after minus 2. Okay. Then what do you get the result? Then is equal to minus 2 into is minus 4 into 3. Okay. Then I multiply here the order. ഞാൻ ഏത് രീതിയിലാണ് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഞാൻ ആദ്യം മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് മൈനസ് 2 മൈനസ് 4 3 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന രണ്ട് നമ്പർ എടുത്തു. അതിൽ ഞാൻ ഏതൊക്കെയാണ് ആദ്യം മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, first I multiply minus 4 and 3. That is why I pair that one. Okay, so minus 2 into minus 4 into 3. What is minus 4 into 3? Minus 4 into 3, one is negative, one is positive, so answer is negative. 4 into 3 is 12 is equal to, then now we want to multiply 2 and minus 12. One is negative, both are negative, correct? Both are negative. So the answer is positive. 2 into 12. What is 2 into 12? 2 into 12 is 24. Then if I multiply minus 4 and 3 first and then after minus 2, then I got the result is 24. Then next, for discussing this, we change the order. The order is like this. I group first minus 2 and minus 4. Minus 2 into minus 4 into 3. I change the multiplication order. First I multiplying minus 2 and minus 4. Then what is the result? The both are negative, so answer is positive. Then 2 into 4 is 8. 8 into 3. What is 8 into 3? 8 into 3 is 24. The answer is positive, correct? The both cases we got the same answer, 24. That means in the case of the more numbers, the more than two numbers, okay, if you multiply the numbers at any order, is not change the result. If we multiply at any order, we will get the same result. Am I right? So that means multiplication is satisfying associative property. Okay, multiplication is associative for integers. If you multiply the integers at any order, the result never change. The result is same. Okay, so what we concluding from here? We concluding, therefore multiplication is associative for integers. This multiplication is associative for integers. How do we generalize? We generalize like this: A, B, C are any three integers, then A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. Okay, then how do we generalize the idea? If A, B, C are any three integers, then A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. Okay, these are the three properties of multiplications. Okay, what are they? First one is closure property, second one is commutative property, and third one is associative property. Then it's very clear now that multiplication satisfy all the properties closure, commutative and associative. Then up now what are satisfy the all the properties? Now we concluded like this: addition and multiplication satisfy all the properties. Subtraction is satisfying only one property, that one is closure property. Next we are discussing about the multiplication by 0. We know this idea. If you multiply the integer 2 with other integer 0, what is the result? We studied already in the case of all numbers. If you multiply the number by 0, what is the answer? The answer is 0. Correct? Then what is the answer of 0 into 2? So 0 into 2 is also 0. Correct? That means if you multiply the number with the 0, the answer is 0. What is minus 3 into 0? That's so 0. What is 0 into minus 5? The 0 into minus 5 is also 0. That means if you multiply any number with the 0, what is the answer? Answer is 0. So we conclude like this: A, B, any integer, then A into 0 is equal to 0 is equal to 0 into A. Okay? Now, ഒരു നമ്പറിനെ സീറോയെ ഒരു നമ്പർ കൊണ്ടോ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ എപ്പോഴും ആൻസർ എന്തായിരിക്കും? 0 ആയിരിക്കും. If you multiply a number to 0 and 0 to a number, 0 to any number and a number to 0. 0 കൊണ്ട് ഒരു നമ്പറിനെയോ ഒരു നമ്പർ കൊണ്ട് 0യെയോ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ എപ്പോഴും ആൻസർ എന്തായിരിക്കും? 0 ആയിരിക്കും. Next we are discussing about the idea multiplicative identity. Okay, then here we multiply the integers 2 and 1. What is 2 into 1? 2 into 1 is equal to 2. Correct? Then what is the answer of 1 into 3? 1 into 3. 1 into 3 is also 3. Correct? 1 into 3 is 3. 2 into 1 is 2. 1 into 3 is 3. Then I multiply here minus 7 into 1. Here we multiply one negative and one positive. The answer is negative. Correct? Then 7 into 1, 7. Then answer is minus 7. So minus 7 into minus 7 into 1 is equal to minus 7. Minus 7 into 1 is equal to minus 7. Okay, so what we getting here? If you multiply any number, any integer to 1, correct, or 1 to any integer, we get the same number is the answer. If you multiply any number to 1 or 1 to any number, what we get? We get the same number is an answer. Like ഒരു നമ്പറിനെ 1 കൊണ്ടോ 1നെ മറ്റൊരു നമ്പർ കൊണ്ടോ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ ഇന്റിജർ കൊണ്ടോ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ നമുക്ക് എപ്പോഴും കിട്ടുന്ന ആൻസർ എന്തായിരിക്കും? അതേ നമ്പർ ആയിരിക്കും. So we conclude 1 is the multiplicative identity. That is 1 is multiplicative identity. In general, A is any integer, then A into 1 is equal to A is equal to 1 into A. Correct? A into 1 is equal to A, or 1 into A is also A. If we multiply any integer to 1 or 1 to any integer, what we get? The answer is same integer. So we call 1 is a multiplicative identity.